Coach, what have you seen from some of the second-year players, Kyson Brown, Keith Abney, Montana Warren, through the first couple weeks?
Just growth. They're better. They don't make the rookie mistakes. They play with a little bit more consistency. You don't. Sometimes when you're young, you don't know what you're going to get when they come out here. A little bit more consistency in just what you're going to get from them.
Second day in full pads, how do you feel, run game, run defense, how's it been shaping up?
Yeah, today the O-line went out there and, we what's that hat? We ran the damn ball, right, or that shirt. It was quite evident. And defense, on the contrary, we got to stop the damn run. And I think that was the challenge is I didn't think the energy level was there from the defense, especially the front four, the box guys early. And I think it showed up at the end of practice, but I don't think we had that same passion energy that we had in the prior practice.
It's a noticeable contrast to like last spring with the O-line and some of the physicality and the energy, it seems like. What have you seen there?
Yeah, one, you got to have size. So you got to recruit to size. You can't really coach size. You can't coach somebody to become a heavyweight when he's a welterweight. That's challenging. Right, so if you're going to play in the heavyweight division, you better be big enough to be a heavyweight. And then combine that with, we tried to recruit multipliers. We tried to recruit, when you say the energy piece, guys who make people around them better, not guys that divide and make people around them worse. So, we turned some guys down this year that, I wasn't fired up. That would be a multiplier for our team. And I think there's times throughout the practice and the day that you see some of the guys and some of the new guys, you can see that mindset of they're a multiplier. And their energy makes somebody else around them better. And, we didn't always have that in the past. So it's good to see those guys kind of come out and multiply and make people around them better.
And, Coach, what offensive lineman stood out to you in terms of run blocking today?
I'd be lying if I gave you one name. Leaf is just the veteran leader of that group. I'm glad he's here. I had him select an award to be representative of what a Sun Devil is. He's a great person. He's a hard worker. He's smart. He's high academic. He's tough. He's reliable. He's so many things that you want your entire football team to be. And for that guy to be our center, for that guy to be, the focal point of our offensive line is a really good starting point from a leadership standpoint.
What needs to change about the defense going into Saturday just to end the week strong, at least on that end?
Mindset. They came out, first day in pads, and they had a mindset that we're going to kick your ass. But I don't know if I can say ass. I don't know if that's a cuss word. I'm going to kick your butt. But today, they didn't have that dog in them. The dog wasn't there. And like I told them after practice, football is one of the simplest games that coaches complicate. At the end of the day, if I know who I'm blocking and I win that block, we score. Or you stop us. Such a simple game, right? And if you don't come out and you don't have that mindset that this is a one-on-one fight, once we figure out who my one-on-one is, it is a fight to the death, right? If you don't have that mindset, then you're going to wind up on the other end of it. And I think today the offensive line had that mindset. You saw it on the third down play in the red zone when the O-line came and sprinted to push the pile. Where was the defense? You can't. That's something that's got to be habitual. It's got to be who you are. It's got to be your identity. And we had that the other day. We didn't have it today. And we got to figure out how to get that on both sides of the ball every day. And even though we're getting better, we're nowhere near where I want to be.
Hey, Coach, Sam Levitt appeared to have a really good day today, made a few really good throws along the sideline. How would you assess his performance?
Yeah, he's getting better and better and better. He's still a freshman. He's a freshman. He's out here, and he's growing. And my biggest thing with young guys is don't make the same mistake twice. Is if you make the mistake, learn from it, come watch the tape, and grow. And the kid cares. It matters to him, and he has the ability. And in my history, if you care and it matters to you and you have the ability, usually you're successful. You may have some bumps in the road. I don't know when it's going to click and when your mind's just going to go, man, that was a lot easier than I thought it was. But those types of kids have success. So glad he's here, and he's got to keep putting in the work.
You were mentioning earlier when you were talking to the D-line that on defense, it's important to have 3 straight good plays. On offense, they only need to have 1. When did you necessarily learn that kind of phrase, and how important do you feel like that is to this defense that you feel like it's just needing to improve after getting it?
Yeah, the first time that I had a 1-play touchdown, and then the first time I scored on 3rd and 12. I got my butt kicked twice, and then we scored. So, that's the hardest part about defense is resilience. It's absolute resilience. Success. Failure, touchdown. Offense is failure, 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 success, touchdown. So there's such conflicting just ways in which the ebb and flow of the game goes that you've got to understand that on both sides of the ball it's a little bit different, right? Offense fails a little bit more. Defense has a little bit more success, you should, right, in terms of stopping a play. It's how do you negate the explosives? Negate the explosives, and you do that through effort and communication.
So defense that's bend but not break under certain circumstances is something you can live with.
100%. If you deny points, the goal of the defense is to not let them score. If they go on a 17-play drive and they punt, or they kick 3, or they get a 3-point score on a 17-play drive, clap, 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 good job defense. Now if they go on a 17-play drive and score a touchdown, not good, right? You go on a 17-play drive and you pick the ball off, huge win. So I mean, for us, it's don't limit the points, however that takes. I don't care if we win 2-0, 3-2, or 57-58. Doesn't matter to me as long as we get it done.
Any thoughts on your freshmen that have come in? Chris Johnson, Bimage, Mark Williams, etc.
Yeah, I mean, I think that DB group are all really talented. I mean, you can see him move, see him in one-on-one. Rodney's so twitchy, gets out of his breaks. Chris is so long, right? And Tony's kind of a combination of both that length with also the twitchiness. Ramar, obviously local guy who really had no offers, who we saw in camp. I mean, I think his future is extremely bright here. And it just goes to the testament is we're not going to recruit stars here. We're not going to recruit just because, somebody says he's good. If we see something, we're going to recruit him. 4-star that we don't recruit, 1-star that we do recruit. I don't care about that. We're going to recruit players we think are good enough to play here.
What has surprised you the most about spring practices so far?
Probably the way the team is coming together. Just the continuity of the team, and you have guys that just got here who are getting rowdy with another guy, and you have one of his friends now comes and grabs him and calms him down that he's only known for 3 months, and you see that, and then you go in the locker room and you see the guys hanging out in the locker room and going out together. And Clayton Smith gets baptized last Friday, and you have 4 different guys, 3 that are brand new there. And it's like that's the stuff that you can't, it's hard to get. And if you get it, and if you get your guys like this, they're going to play harder, they're going to play together, we're going to be a better football team.